Meeting of the Orange Township Board of Trustees to order. Today's date is July 16th. Fiscal Officer Batten, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Ringel.
Here.
Trustee Faust. Here. Trustee Knapp. Here.
Will you please all rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first agenda item are general announcements. Do we have any general announcements?
Since our last meeting, we had a fantastic 4th of July parade. So thank you to everybody who came. We seem to have more spectators than in years past, maybe even twice as many. It was super fun. Had a couple extra participants. It was the longest parade that we've had so far, and didn't rain. It was quite hot, but yeah, it was great. Super fun time. Thank you to everybody for participating and walking. I had a number of comments from residents. They were excited to see so many groups with children in it, so that's always fun. So thank you to Sydney and your team and our events committee for everything that we did and staff, obviously. A lot of our staff took vacation days or came in on vacation days and helped out with it.
And their families.
So. And their families, yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't have any other announcements.
No, not that I can remember.
The next event is the Founders Festival, right? Is that the next? End of September, September 27th. Those registrations are open, and we have, what'd you say, like 25 vendors already signed up. This year we're a different location. We're going to be at Evans Farm, so a couple of us met yesterday to try and figure out that layout, so that was fun, and it'll be a neat opportunity to showcase another part of the township. Then after that is the Freedom 4 Miler Run Walk. That's October 11th, and signups for that are also live. And it looked like I signed up, it looked like there was a discount through the end of this month, through the end of July. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit cheaper if people want to sign up sooner rather than later.
And if you're a veteran, and I think we might be coordinating with some of our high school sports teams, there will be continuing discounts for registration.
Good to know. I did hear that because I reached out to some Orange cross-country parents, they thought there would be a meet that day for them, but then I reached out to the Orange Middle School cross-country coach and see to pass it along to him as well. So, but we did learn that there's no other races in the area that day for like adults, right?
There's one other.
Oh, there's one other.
And it's in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Also a veterans race.
Great, come to ours, it's more fun.
Or do both. Are they
Or
the same
do both
time?
at the same time. Yeah. Runners like to get
overachievers.
Busy weekend.
There are
Yes.
people that
Yes.
do that.
Yep. Fun.
Okay. Do we have any public comment today? Don't believe I see any. So we'll move on to our agenda changes.
Yes, I just have one. Under administration report, I want to discuss and possibly take action on our levels of sponsorships. We'll do that at the end of the administration report.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Are there any questions or discussion on our consent agenda?
This is just our mastic, right, Silas? The consent line item? Okay, for crack repair. Yep.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve our consent agenda for the regular meeting held on July 16th, 2025, which includes Resolution 25-191, approving the electronic record of the proceedings from the regular trustee meeting held on July 2nd, 2025, and the special meeting held on July 7th, 2025, and Resolution 25-192, approving purchase orders, then and now purchase orders, and blanket purchase orders as listed.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Knapp.
Yes?
Trustee Faust.
Yes.
Trustee Ringel.
Yes. Next is our development report. Director Duffy.
Good afternoon, trustees. I will run us through the zoning hearings and meetings report, and then we do have a resolution before you to schedule a public hearing as well. Firstly, we did have a zoning commission meeting yesterday evening. That was for rezoning application ZON-25-04 for property on North Road, just across from North Road Park there, to rezone just over 9 acres from FR1 to planned commercial for a proposed mixed-use district. Zoning Commission gave some good feedback on that project. That has been continued to a new meeting date of August 26th at 6:30 PM. So the applicant will take those comments into consideration, make some revisions to their plan, and come back to us in August.
Sorry to interject, but have we discussed with the applicant our joint economic development district?
We have not as of yet, no.
Okay.
We do have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting tomorrow evening. That is Thursday, July 17th, here in this room at 6 PM. There are several items on that evening's agenda. I will run through them quickly since we have discussed them before, but two are for the rebranded Nationwide Hotel and Event Center, which is now the Ohioan Hotel and Event Center off of 23 there. They have two signs on that evening's agenda. One BZA application is for an area variance for an egress window to encroach into a side yard setback on McAllister Park Drive. One is a variance for a sign, wall sign for Kroger off of 23 for wall sign height. And then the final item on that evening's agenda is a conditional use and variance for an expansion of the temple on East Orange Road. And then we do have one hearing scheduled with Board of Trustees next Wednesday, July 23rd at 6 PM. That is the first hearing for our zoning code rewrite project. So we would encourage anyone interested to come to that hearing. And then the one application that we have to schedule is the Aurora Farms amendment that is changing that property there. The approved development plan was previously for single-family condominiums. And the new owners are looking to change that to single-family platted lots, which does require a development plan amendment. The Zoning Commission did recommend approval with modifications at their meeting earlier this month. The only other item on the zoning report is the proposed dispensary at 3812 East Powell Road. I do not have any updates on that project at this time.
Okay, a couple questions.
Sure.
Have you, with the temple expansion, have you had any written public comment from residents?
We have, yes.
Okay. Generally, both sides, one side?
I'd say generally residents are a little hesitant
Okay.
because of the size of that expansion.
Okay. And then this is more a question for Sydney. With our zoning hearing over the code next week, can you remind us when the newsletter will hit our mailboxes?
This week,
Perfect. Okay, cool. Thanks.
if it hasn't already.
Okay, I did not check the mail yet today.
Any other questions or discussion?
Yeah, I didn't know if the board would want to do it after the next regular trustee meeting.
Yeah,
Hearing?
August
Sixth.
6th.
First one?
Yeah, that
That
would
works
be
for me.
like 5.
I'm fine with that as well.
And this is one you did not have any concerns from residents
I have
on.
received no written public
Okay.
comment.
Michelle, I know we talked about this meeting being a little bit, I think there's going to be exec maybe at that meeting on the 6th? Maybe not?
I don't think so well, I don't know. This is a longer, we have 3 weeks in between, so.
Right, that's why,
I don't know.
I don't want the applicant to sit, if we say 5 and we're not done till,
We can go back to the regular if needed.
Yeah, I would do that because we have meetings like every Wednesday for the next month
Okay.
for me at
so
least.
keep it at 5?
Yeah.
The zoning hearing at 5? Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, I do not have an exec on the 6th, but I don't know if something will
We
come
would
up.
need to,
Mhm.
okay. But if we could do our trustee meeting, pause the trustee meeting, do the
Yeah.
zoning, and then finish the trustee. Okay, thank you for clarifying. My brain
Because this
wasn't-
is kind of reverting back to what it was before originally, wasn't it? Single-family years, a few years ago, and then,
Yes.
Before it was years and years, initially, yes, right.
I think
Then it
I've
was-
seen something
switched to
happen here like
condos.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
Right?
it was like condos, and then it was apartments. Yeah, it's been a
and
lot
then
of
it
things.
was, yeah.
But yes, I think the initial zoning was single family when it left being, from FR1,
From
it was
FR1.
single family.
Do you know
then
when it was zoned last? Like approximately?
Well, we put it into,
Yeah, the last one was
Condos, right?
Condos.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
couple
so
years
that's
ago.
in fact-
2022.
That's what I thought, okay, all right. And it was single-family then?
N-
Or was
No,
it
that was
apartments?
condos.
Apartments.
It was kind of.
Or multifamily.
Multifamily, and then we
Yeah.
switched it to condos, and then,
I don't think it was ever multifamily
It
before
was never
us.
approved
It
as
was never
multifamily. There
approved.
was a rezoning request to take it to multifamily,
Correct.
but it was single-family, and then condos, and then requesting back to single.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay, all right. That's good.
Yeah.
I like it so far.
Make a motion to approve Resolution 25-193, schedule hearing date for ZON 25-3 Aura Farms Amendment for Wednesday, August 6th at 5 PM.
Second. Roll call, trustee Nab,
Yes?
trustee Faust,
Yes?
trustee Ringel.
Yes.
That was August 6th, right?
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
That's the next regular, yeah.
The template I'm looking at has some additional development and zoning report items, so I think those are probably under administration.
No, trustee Ringel, you're correct there. Robin does have 2 more items.
Oh, my apologies.
We can tag team on this one,
Yeah.
so.
So the first one is for an intergovernmental agreement between Berlin Township and Orange Township. If you'll recall, we did this a few years ago, but essentially Berlin is having some staffing issues with their zoning staff, and we are willing and able to provide some support for their zoning services. So we do have a working agreement in place that has been approved already by the Berlin Township trustees. It just needs to be approved on our side. So we are volunteering the services of Philip Ambler, our zoning compliance officer, to support Berlin Township. The agreement says up to 16 hours per week. And the agreement generally acknowledges that Orange Township work will take priority. So we do have the ability to refuse services if the workload here becomes too much.
Yep, and I actually met trustee Rail from Berlin at the pool, our pool on Friday, and she's very grateful for our partnership and helping out in this interim process. And she also loves the pool.
And
Hey, how'd you get there? She's not a resident.
She came in with me.
Oh, she came with you?
Yeah, she came with me.
Fun.
I was
figure it out.
present the whole
Do you go down the slides? Do you go down the
I
slides?
did not that time, no.
Maybe we should, set
But
up
yeah.
another intergovernmental agreement for pool cost
Pool
sharing.
costs. The pool is full enough.
She was there on work business.
Berlin Township did approve this service agreement on their end on Monday night.
Yeah.
So,
And to clarify, the agreement does include a set hourly rate for Philip services. So we do have a second resolution before you as part of that to temporarily increase Philip's hourly rate here from the township to reflect the added duties that he is taking on.
So what happens if there's a week where he's not able to get away from Orange work to do Berlin work? Does he still get that pay increase for
Yes,
that
the
week?
in-
Okay, so it's
increase
just for
is
this whole
for all
3 months? Okay.
So, okay, I didn't realize it was all the time, not just for the work being done there.
so when we did the math of what Berlin will charge us, we were able to just adjust it. It's easier administratively to just adjust his hourly for the 3-month period.
Is there a minimum hours that he would definitely work then to,
I imagine it would,
well, what if he
you want my
worked-
honest
I mean,
opinion, they probably would want him full-time.
So you're sure that he'll be working at this, because what if he worked no hours for whatever
Yeah.
reason? Like, and
Well,
then, you know.
if that was the case, then we would probably terminate the agreement,
Oh, okay.
and then it would go back to his hours.
Within how long would you?
We can,
terminate?
so the agreement is for 30 day, or 3
90
months
days.
with an additional 3-month extension, but we're able to terminate it at any time. So if he is not getting work for, say, 2 weeks, we would terminate.
And then just restart when they,
Yeah, but we're sure they're gonna use it, right?
yes.
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
have
I
any
They're a zoning
think
inspector,
you might
yeah.
know more than we do at
Right,
this
yeah.
point, but I don't think they have,
I think Levi's last day.
is Thursday,
Yeah.
or Friday, excuse me. So, yeah, the plan is Philip and Robin will meet with Berlin tomorrow to understand the workload a little
So,
more.
okay, so you've done the math, and how much of an increase is that then? Oh, it's $3?
It's a little, about $3.
$2.96 per hour.
Okay. So you did the breakdown of how many hours he
Yeah,
would
and
work?
Berlin is, we're charging Berlin $36 an hour.
So, yeah.
So
What's the minimum number of hours he would need to work per week to make it even?
296.
That makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
$3 more.
296. So if he works the full 16 hours, no, I'm doing that wrong. 296 times 40. So there's he would have to work at least 4 hours a week to make up for the cost.
Okay.
And I did the 296 times 40, and then knowing that we do 36 an hour, yeah,
Divided by 36.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll definitely, we're gonna make a we'll make money off of this.
So just 4 hours a week, right? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if it becomes less than that, I'm happy to bring it back here. I would just be, I mean, I'd be surprised, Lisa, and then.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're losing a really great zoning inspector, too. He's
Yeah.
the best.
And they're gonna get together and help, hopefully.
Oh, good, he'll be able to transfer some information. Okay.
Good. All right, yeah, I
Thanks.
approve of it.
Any other agenda items?
I have nothing further.
Okay. Any additional discussion or questions? I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-194, approve intergovernmental cooperative agreement for shared services with Berlin Township for zoning support services.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-195, temporary compensation adjustment for Philip Ambler due to the intergovernmental contract with Berlin Township.
Second. Roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes. And then I don't believe we have an operations or fire report today, is that correct? So we'll turn it to our fiscal officer.
Good afternoon, trustees. I have 2 items on the agenda for your approval today. The first item, June financials. We ended June with total all fund balances, $34,387,685. Year-to-date revenue received, $12,643,285. Year-to-date expenses are coming in at $579,246. And currently, we have outstanding POs totaling $12,470,453. The second item is a supplemental appropriation within the permissive motor vehicle tax fund. We need to move $12,352. That would come from our motor vehicle accounts, the 760, 750, and move into contracted services. And this is needed for mastic, for Silas and the road crew. Those are the 2 items that I have.
Any discussion or questions?
Nope.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-196, review of the June bank reconciliation and financial reports.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-197, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 24-340.
Second. Roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes,
Thank you, trustees.
thank you. Next is go
We
ahead.
we do have checks to be signed, so if you could do that before you leave, that would be great. Yep.
Excellent. Administration report.
Yes, thank you. I would like to do these items one by one, as some of them do involve more discussion. So the first item is in regards to the Orange Worthington JED contract amendment. I know we've seen it a lot on the agenda lately. This particular resolution in front of you is in regards to text changes within the contract. So just to give a little bit of background, now that we have revenue flowing in, which is great, we have kind of had a better understanding of how much money is coming in the foreseeable future and how much money is needed to keep up with our maintenance fees, and our maintenance fees include the cost of insurance, auditing fees, and potential legal expenses. The contract currently is written as a 2%, 2% that is taken from the top of the revenue to cover the maintenance fees. Unfortunately, that does not cover it. So City of Worthington did a financial projection for us, and they recommended a 10%, an increase from 2% to 10% for the maintenance fees. By the end of next year, we should be able to not only cover the costs that we spent this year, but also cover the costs of the things needed for next year.
If we bump it to 10%.
Correct, yeah. And again, that 10% is taken from the top of the revenue, so the easiest way for me to explain it is if it's $100 that we receive from the collected income tax, $10 would go towards the maintenance fees and go into the JET account, and then the $90 would be that would be broken down into the 75% that we get as Orange Township and the 25% that City of Worthington gets. So that is the contract language in front of you. This was presented at our JED board meeting last week. Obviously, the JED board is in support of it because we need money to pay for things. And then City of Worthington plans on taking action on this shortly after us.
I don't have any concerns. Thank you for explaining.
Any other questions on that topic?
I have none.
I think that's fairly standard, and we appreciate the City of Worthington's partnership and also recalculating the necessary administrative expenses. I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-198, a resolution adopting and approving the first textual amendment to the Joint Economic Development District contract by and between Orange Township and the City of Worthington.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Nab?
Yes.
Trustee Faust?
Yes?
Trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Okay, next is still a discussion item, so you're not going to see it on the template, but it is stated on the agenda itself. This is a continued discussion from last meeting in regards to Olentangy State Championship signage. So Eric, if you can pull up yeah, that's good. So I have been able to work with Signmaster, who is the same company that did the one on the right, signage for Liberty Township. So obviously no problem for them. They did provide quotes. I think and I can explain the two options. Oh boy. Let's see. Sorry. So the two options that are in front of you are, one, on the right is exactly what Liberty Township is doing. The cost of that sign with their proposal is $2,700 initially, and obviously if we kept adding to it, it's about $150, $200 time each time you have to add a new panel to it. The other option, which I believe was wanted to be discussed today, is a smaller scale option with the idea that we would have a digital sign in the future to acknowledge not only sport teams, but theater, anything non-athletic, anything we want really on the digital sign as messaging. I would try to, the content on this can be very much manipulated and changed. But I think the idea of the sign to the left is it's a lower cost option, and this sign would highlight just the 2024-25 state champion season with all 4 high schools, and we would list the championship. So it's not exactly portrayed that way, but at least you can kind of get an idea what the sign would look like. It would still be freestanding, and people can walk up to it and take pictures if they so desire. I did have a conversation with the communications department today, actually, in regards to these signage, and one, they're very grateful that we are even willing to do something like this, and two, they have said if we are going to do something, it's important for them to always have all 4 high schools on a signage. if we do physical signage. If we move to digital, then, we would coordinate with them as often as possible to add whatever we need. But if it is any type of physical signage, they do ask all 4 high schools are displayed as on the championship side. She also recommended to me today try to focus only on sport teams, as if you get into like individual awards or non-athletic or, there's just so many different kinds of things students can win and earn. It would be very complicated to put all on one sign. So with Liberty Township only focusing on sport teams, it would stay pretty consistent with us if we decided to do that.
I'm sorry, what was the price again?
Yeah, so the price for the larger sign, exactly what Liberty did, is $2,730. And then the other sign, the smaller scale sign is $1,385. So
Well, I thought we were talking about more just doing a banner than
that
a
is also
sign.
an option.
Because I thought that was
too.
just maybe a couple $100 for a banner.
Yeah, I didn't know if that wouldn't be, the freestanding, the cost, if you can see the breakdown, it's more of the hardware that has to keep the sign in place.
Which we would then remove once the fire station is done and we move into assuming we would use it in the electronic
Yeah, and,
messaging.
we can replace whether it's that sign or a banner sign on an annual basis until the digital sign's in place, if we were to go that route.
And where would this be located?
Yeah, I think that was something I wasn't sure what you guys wanted yet, so as far as location goes, but.
Because there's nowhere to really put it where everyone can see it, like it's South Old State, right? Or anything like that, Orange Road?
Yeah,
Like where
I mean,
people
I'd
could
have to
actually
ask the
see it.
county for permission to do that. I don't know. I mean,
It'd be kind of cool to drive through and like be able to see something like that.
yeah, I mean, my latest suggestion would be at North Orange Park and even facing it on Gooding. Like, not only is that I wouldn't say a 23 street, but a big enough street that a lot of people see it, and then also it's safe enough for people to park and walk up to and take pictures of their kids if they so desire.
And it doesn't bring anybody to a construction zone while the fire station is under construction.
Yeah.
What about having it like at Township Hall? I mean, how big is it? Because this is kind of central. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot
and
of-
It's a very beautiful.
Yeah.
I
you
just
know,
wanted to make sure
location.
that we could see it from the road, not just
I know.
internally at the park. And that's what I initially said to her. I was like, what if we did it just east of like the monument side and its entrance to this property, which you could, but you gotta park and you gotta walk down.
Wait, here? at
Here,
this-
yeah, like
ooh.
along Orange.
Um,
The parking the visibility seemed higher, but the access, if anybody wanted to go by it, was not quite as easy as it could.
What you were saying, like in the lawn, like the,
I was gonna do along
Oh.
Orange so that when you drive by along
Yeah.
Orange, you could see it.
but then, so the only thing you have to do is just park right there and walk over, right?
Well, you probably need to park in the parking lot. so
Yeah,
you can
but
walk.
that's not too
Yeah.
far. I mean, that's kind of, I think it would be nice to be visible, and that's a really pretty area. I mean, because we can't really get it at South Old St. Orange, right? There's nowhere to do
Not at
it,
this, I
right?
didn't think at this point.
I mean, if we do the smaller sign, we can put it at the corner. It's not gonna impact any construction the rest of this year.
Because would you still be able to park and take your picture, and then you could go to the Veterans Memorial?
I don't know, there is gonna be some site work done, but,
We could start with it here and move
Corners
it.
wouldn't be.
Maybe start with it here and then move it, because it would be nice for people to drive by and see it, and then stop and,
yeah, I mean,
Or-
if we go with the smaller sign, it's gonna be a lot easier to move.
that's on the left, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then
I'm not necessarily considering the one on the right. I was considering a version of the one on the left. What were you
Okay.
thinking, Lisa?
Yeah, I mean,
That-
and technically, we're not the home of,
We're not the home of all those.
of Liberty, well, yeah, we have students, I think, they go to Olentangy and Orange, and maybe even Berlin, I'm assuming,
That's what she
right?
told me,
But
yeah.
not Liberty.
I don't believe so, but because
But-
things
unless-
change.
Well, there could be a
Who knows?
custodial
There's gonna be
agreement where
another-
someone
well, there's
lives
gonna
in
be
Orange and,
A fifth high
but,
school
A fifth
potentially
high school,
next
so
year.
you
Where's
never
that
know,
gonna be?
guys. Northwest corner of the district.
so we could be the, yeah, would that be visible on the, how big is, 96 inches?
That's
I mean, because we could always, That is a lot of money, $13.85.
Could we do it? The problem with a banner is that sometimes it gets floppy, and I
Yeah,
really just like
I
floppy
would,
banners.
if we're gonna do a banner, it should just be like at the pool or something.
No.
Yeah.
About the southwest corner of Orange and Old State.
By
And
the
we have-
pond?
In between the street and the multipurpose trail. So I know we've got, I was trying to visualize it myself,
Yeah.
but we currently have sidewalk built at that corner, but then there are utilities. I'm not sure how steep that slope is next to that sidewalk, but then we have the trail that one could
You
park.
really couldn't, if you put it on that, Silas, if you put it on that hill, you really couldn't see it from Orange, right? What draws my attention at that corner is the utilities that are falling down.
The utility box there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we put this
At
in
the
front of
sidewalk.
the
If it was in
utility
front of the-
box.
But where would I, if I want to go take my picture by it, the closest place to park would
Be either here at
here.
Township Hall or the Veterans Memorial, and then you
and
have to
walk
walk.
across.
Yeah,
The
which you're
corner.
putting people back into a construction site.
Yeah, I like that idea though, but there's really nowhere, there's really nowhere to park, but I do like the idea, because that would be kind of, it would stand alone away from, you know, that's
I mean-
Memorial and stuff, but I mean.
People can be creative, right? They could park at the, wherever.
But I don't like that if they wanted to cross the road.
No, I agree.
I would just, well, and we might be able to put it near the Vets Memorial? Is that what we were saying, or we're saying here?
I was saying catty corner to the Vets Memorial,
So
Yeah.
on this side, not on,
the
so.
southwest.
Yeah. Do you think the Veterans Committee, the people that were like in charge of the Vets Memorial, like Rob and Chrissy and that crew, like would they be concerned?
It would
about
block
something
some of it, yeah,
Taking away
yeah.
I would
from
not recommend that, the
Yeah.
northwest, northeast corner.
Northeast,
My
yeah.
original thought was up by Station 2, but north of it. So
On
like
Sou-
on South Old State, so like the first drive entrance into Station 2
Ooh.
is where like the, not that one, but the next one is kind of where it.
Oh, like in that, right here? Like-
Yes.
Oh, that might work too, because that's visible, and people could park in the fire station
Do you know what I'm talking about,
occasionally.
Chief? What do you have thoughts?
Does that take away from
Does
the
it draw attention to
fire?
wrecked vehicles that are there we use for training?
Only concern I have is just that, right, that lane that gets over,
It's tough,
it's tough, a lot of people.
I know.
do not cross that.
Right. I feel like encouraging people to come to the South Old State Orange Road intersection area is probably not the safest thing.
I
All
like
right,
it
so
here.
what
I
about
mean-
back here?
Yeah, I mean, I like it,
Along
Mike's idea
Orange.
best, but I think it's hard to
It's
park.
dangerous now.
That is the best, most high
I agree,
visibility, and we
yeah.
can always move it. If we come up with a better idea, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, once you buy it, you can probably,
Well, it's poured into the ground, the stanchion's poured into the ground.
oh, is it concrete?
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily need an answer on that yet. I just wanted to know what sign you
Yeah.
want me to move forward with, and then I can present the actual, well, the two things I would need to do is work with Sign Master to get, and the schools to get all the lists of this year's championships, and then I wanted to take it to the school to make sure we got everything on there, and then I can come back to you guys and we can talk location, but I can work with Silas on to seeing like what the best area is for like the near Orange South Old State.
Okay. I would think
Yeah.
it should say 24-25 champions.
Oh,
Yeah, this
right.
is
Okay,
like,
just-
this is very,
Yeah.
I just told him that kind of like add
Yeah.
things so we can kind of visualize as much as we could for today. but-
Yeah, maybe we could have even a little sign that says, you know, there's a full list over wherever Liberty's is, in case anyone wanted to go. We could kind of cross-advertise it, because if you wanted to go and see all of them, I mean, I'm okay with that. It would be nice to have all of them, but
Is
you
this
just scribble them on the back with the
Totally.
Sharpie.
sign contemplating just 3 slots?
No, I think.
No, we
4.
can add more, yeah.
Well, I think, what I was thinking was like.
It would
we
be
do
4, I suppose.
Orange, Liberty,
Yeah.
Berlin, Tangi, I
Yeah.
mean, that's all we have this year, right? So eventually, there should be 5, but, you know, and then you just do boys baseball, girls lacrosse, football, whatever. each
Oh,
by
4?
school, by one, you know, like 4, there's 3 boxes there, so 4 boxes, and then you just list, I don't think you
So
need to
it
list
would
the
have
year, you would
multiple?
just list the school, the sport, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
Orange should be girls wrestling and basketball.
So it would have
and
multiple
probably
sports
state
on one
track,
sign, as you're
right.
saying?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
Wrestling and cheerleading. Oh, I like the idea of 4.
So it's by.
Bigger.
Yeah, so it would look like those, well, okay,
It'd be
think of these
4
three
squares.
boxes with
Yeah, for-
4, and
for
then they
4
would go
rectangles.
longer to like, to announce all the championships.
And I don't think we need to write 2025. 'cause
No,
this
you
is-
wouldn't have to.
Right, you would just
Yeah,
list
he,
the sport.
I think he just
Yeah,
grabbed
totally
that
grabbed
and then
that, yeah.
moved it there.
So would it be visible if it's like Erica's suggesting 4 rectangles?
I mean, he'll just have to adjust it so that maybe the state champion.
And I can tell the company what we're planning on doing as far as where, and if they think it needs to be a little bigger, we'll make it a little bigger.
Yeah, because I mean, in theory, you could also have 4 separate placards if it wasn't going to be visible from that location.
Yeah.
One for each. And then make sure that that they're blue on the outside. Or are we going to do the orange? Because
Oh, I don't know.
orange's colors are orange
Right.
and blue, so I don't
You could
know.
just do it
Like dark
the
blue.
line underneath the school.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. The line underneath represents there's, every school has 2 colors. Everybody has Olentangy blue and then a second color.
Yeah.
So I feel like the
So we
orange
should do Olentangy
banner
blue?
should be Olentangy blue, and then that line
Yeah.
that's under girls lacrosse, that's Liberty's
Exactly,
color.
yeah, 'cause it-
Tangy's is yellow, orange is orange.
'Cause I think it looks like orange high
Berlin's
school
is the
colors.
light blue, right.
I'm assuming they did that because of Orange Township.
Yeah,
So maybe
exactly.
we can just
Give 'em
implement
some
the
direction.
color scheme for our township
Yeah.
somewhere else in the home of state champions.
Like in
Because it does say
the
Orange
year
Township
is
at the
fine.
bottom.
Make that be orange.
Yeah, I like the 2025 is orange, but I just thought it looked too much like, I mean, I like orange's colors, but, to be selfish, but.
Right. We don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, Mike.
Does that
our-
make sense? 'Cause
Our
we have to do
logo's
it.
on there, but it's not our branding colors in that sign.
Oh.
obviously.
Oh, yeah, we could have you're saying with the green and stuff, put it on our own Orange Township colors.
Just personally, looking at the sign as it's currently drafted, I think the Orange Township name in the bottom corner just kind of sticks out. And if you're wanting to have 4 sections of the sign for each school, I'm guessing it's going to have to extend further down for years when they have multiple state champion teams. So
I think
it'd
it
be
would just
nice
put
to
all on one
signify
sign.
that this sign is somewhat affiliated with Orange Township. And I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know that that will be necessarily indicated by just having orange coloring for the year. I don't know if you just take like and again,
I like the logo.
full caveat here that I'm not a graphic designer, but maybe even if you use just the orange leaf and incorporated it somehow into the lettering or something that would, again,
you're
not
saying at the
detract from the
top?
school's color schemes, but would show that the sign is affiliated with Orange Township.
Oh, yeah, they could maybe even put it at the top or something, like sometimes, like make a little panel at the very top with our logo. That might be nice, if it could fit. It could be small, but maybe at the top center.
Yeah, and
Orange
then
Township, home of
this is-
state champions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
is just the championships for this season, and then we would replace the other one.
Yeah, and the placards or whatever would each have all the sports on each placard, right? Which usually there's only 2 or 3 at the most. So there'd be 4 placards total.
But if a school doesn't win any,
Oh,
then
Awkward.
maybe it's not included.
Yeah, I
oh,
guess,
that's I
Well, if
didn't
it's
think
done
of.
on an annual basis, we could probably determine the paneling.
yeah,
Later.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
it would fit on the sign, once we know.
Yeah.
who-
You don't wanna
Which
just-
state champions have actually.
You don't want it just blank, that would be bad.
Right.
Yeah.
the schools were all on board if we wanted to do it on more of an annual basis, so.
Yeah,
I
we
can-
just, we'll be
Sign would
different,
also
yeah.
Provide us more flexibility on that point.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Say 2027, you don't have any state champions. I don't know that it necessarily makes sense
To throw a
to
banner
have
up.
a blank sign.
Right.
Yeah, can we make sure, because I guess we'd just take it off. I mean, is it,
Yeah, it'd be something we would need to be able to.
Yeah, I need to
if
work
that
with
was
the
a-
schools on making sure we know what all happened this year, and then, yeah.
and they recommend concrete, is that right? Can you double check? Because I know not all signs need it, but it looks big enough that it probably needs to be in concrete.
Oh, is that what the quote?
Well,
sorry.
that's
Oh, I
what
don't
the-
know. I
The
mean-
sketch looked like it was put into the ground, right? Like that's,
It does look like concrete.
brown's the dirt.
That could just be a
Posts are
different color
poured
dirt. Gray dirt.
Keep telling yourself.
They're wood posts, so I would think we could get them in the ground.
Yeah, that might be, if Silas, do you think that would need concrete, a sign that big?
Depends on what kind of sign.
Really, like wood?
I mean, everything has to be a breakaway post, it's in the right of way, so it depends on the location of it, depends on the materials, depends on the size, all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe Silas, I think, would know about what's safe, so maybe you could check with them. But if we don't need concrete, it could be more portable. But you'll bring it back to the board, right?
Yeah.
Whenever, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
It's
like-
exciting.
Yeah,
thanks for doing it,
Thank
yeah.
you, guys.
Yeah,
And plus,
I
it'll be
will-
exciting to see it from the road versus Liberty's, where I
Yeah.
don't think you can see it.
I haven't
do
seen where
that.
their spot is. Thank you, everybody, for your
Yeah,
input.
thanks, that's
Sure.
not exciting.
Is it okay to move on?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. The next item is in regards to a revision needed for the Evans Farmers Market application. This was oversight in regards to, there has been communication on what the township is allowing Market Street to be closed for the farmers market. And it's never been allowed to close Evans Farm Drive, but looking at the application, there was some misunderstanding to it. So in addition to what I striked out on the application form, I also suggest us removing the language for the starting and ending address. There's not a need to explain that further on Market Street because it is a dead-end road at this point. It's very clear where it is, especially with the map. So it is a revision to what you guys approved at the last board meeting to just clarify what we will allow to close.
So did I just hear you say you wanted to strike where it says starting address? the
Yeah,
5915
I would
city?
also black that out, yeah.
Okay.
And there is not likely to be an extension of Market Drive before the end of September.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to look at this on an annual basis, and again, this has all been communicated to Evans Farm, and ideally, when Market Street does extend, that could be more of their they can expand their farmers market more, but to have Evans Farm Drive as their main road closed that frequently is not something, it was a safety concern.
Does our approval of the application prohibit from prohibiting Evans Farm from reaching out to the county sheriff's office and coordinating some separate road closure? Or does it have to come through the township for that type of
I do not believe.
coordination?
Yeah.
For the farmer's market, then, it's just for authorizing use of Market Street. For the other events, that's kind of what Michelle's working towards, is to have the sheriff involved and do proper road closure.
Yeah.
So there's all liability for anybody.
I don't think the sheriff's office will close a road without the township's permission.
Okay.
Okay, so just to reiterate, so even if they reached out to the sheriff and got off-duty sheriffs, they still are not permitted to shut down Evans Farm Drive unless they have the township on board.
In
Seems
our
like they
experience,
would-
that is what the sheriff has told us.
Okay.
But,
So they might not legally be obligated to ask our permission, but historically through practice they have.
yeah, and again, we are not opposed to them closing it for special events, but we
But
are.
a weekly farmer's market is too frequent for
Yeah.
a special event.
Yeah, it just, we've looked at all sorts of farmers markets. Most of them face the sidewalks, and there's a reason why it's not blocking a main road like High Street on Worthington or German Village, 3rd Street, and Powell does theirs in a parking lot. There's just so many different. And fortunately, Evans Farm has a lot of space to work with. So.
And it's primarily, I believe, because it's the main entrance into that community.
Yes.
And really there's that right in, right out
Yeah.
before it.
Yeah, I mean, we're
And
not,
Hyatt at this
unfortunately,
point,
or fortunately, we're not a Bridge Park, so Bridge Park has, 6 different
Multiple
accesses
entrances,
to
yeah.
get through, so they can use a part of their public road for closure, but we do not have enough access to the development to maintain the safety measures, so. But we are gonna have a special permitting process, it's in the works, as I believe Evans Farm would like to use Evans Farm Drive 3 or 4 times this year for some of their bigger events, so you'll see that soon, hopefully in the next meeting or 2. That's it on that one.
Any other questions or discussion? Make a motion to approve Resolution 25-199, amend Resolution 25-186, resolution to approve the neighborhood event application for the Evans Farmers Market season.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes?
Trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Thank you. And then the last item under the administrative report, which was an agenda change, wasn't sure if this was going to be ready for today's meeting, so apologies for the quick change. But we do have the levels of sponsorships package for the board's review. We have, this has been a work in progress. Not only, are we all learning here, but it's a very unique situation in Delaware County, mainly because we're a township that has events, more events than others, and, we do have businesses that want to sponsor, and which is a great problem to have. So trying to find something that fits any type of need is still going to be a challenge. There's probably something that's going to be a one-off that we didn't have the right fit for it, but this in front of you gives any type of sponsorship opportunity, or any type of person that wants to sponsor an opportunity to do so. So how it's broken down is that there are four events, well, 5 events, I'm sorry, if we're going to include night swims. And each of those events have 3 different levels of sponsorships, and the amounts are shown. And, if you apply, we will have an online application, or, well, an online, request, because we want to make sure, it kind of like rec desk, when you apply for a pool pass, we want to verify your residency. When somebody applies for a sponsorship, we want to make sure that we have sponsorship available, because there's only so many we can take per event, and that's something we will have, Sydney and whoever staff would help coordinate that. I don't see us shutting anybody down anytime soon, as this is a very new program for us. But yes, people can apply for a specific event and then what level of event they want to contribute to. So say I'm Michelle Bonnie Business, I want to give Founders Festival $1,500. Seeing that, I get to do, there's a list, what I get out of it. So gold level founders, we would have social media opportunities. I would be included on your flyers, so there is all sorts of different types of advertising. I would also be able to be a vendor at the Founders Festival, and can provide promotional materials myself. So there's a lot more to it. But obviously the gold level, you would get the most out of it, and then silver, middle, community, the least out of it. What we had last was our sponsorships were very specific to a need. Now this is here's a donation. We know we need X amount for an event. We'll use X donation for whatever we need for such event, but you still get all these things out of it.
I have 2 questions.
Sure.
The first question is the dollar range for the sponsorship. Is that so that we can set a particular dollar amount per type of event? So, for example, it will be, a gold level sponsor will be closer to $2,500 for the 4th of July parade, but a gold sponsor for the Founders Festival will be $1,000. Because I would imagine that one would still want to provide for a community event, but if we have a range that people may want to contribute the lowest amount to the range to get all of the sponsorship opportunities that range provides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Yeah, why are they not set, a specific amount?
Oh, like $1 amount versus a range?
Yeah, because I would, if I was going to sponsor the parade, I would just do the $100, not
And
the
get the same
$499.
thing.
Yeah,
As someone who might give $400, $499.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think the resolution reads, if it's over $24.99, we would take it to the board to accept, so.
Okay.
So we could do,
Yeah.
we could do
Just
flat rates.
Set rates and set amounts
Sure.
rather than a range. What are the dollar amounts of donations that we've gotten, or sponsorships and stuff that we've gotten so far? Do you have any guess?
Originally, when the board approved the sponsorship in April, it was set by dollar amount per item. The highest we have is the beverage tent, worth $1,200.
Okay.
And that's still in place? Or is this
This
superseding
would
it?
supersede that. Mhm.
Yeah.
So we had specific dollar amounts previously determined, but they were set for
Particular
the items that we were going to be purchasing through the sponsorship.
Yeah.
I think we're now attempting to flip the model, where it's really, we want to probably keep some similar dollar amounts, but we're just describing what will be provided in sponsorship advertising, and then the township will keep the discretion as to what it gets actually expended on, except for specific line items like banners that might come out of that sponsorship amount.
Yes. So if somebody really wanted to give, like if we made our gold sponsor be $1,200, if that's what we've max gotten, and someone really wanted to give 2,000, well, they can give a 1,200 to one event and 800 to the other event. Right, like if they really wanted to
Yeah, that's
partner
true.
that with a particular element that's more than our,
Yeah, I mean,
Top.
we could do maybe a minimum per level, like a minimum amount, and then if we get more, cool, rather than having a range.
I don't want to personally handicap the township in what it can accept in donation amount or fair market value. I do think you have that slight complication of if someone wants to give 1,000 or if someone wants to give 5,000, how do you categorize that?
I guess if they want to give more, they could bring it back, and we could customize a certain package. Is that possible?
Well, maybe that's something that we should include in the policy, is to provide staff the discretion to set a dollar amount within a sponsorship level for a particular event. So for example, maybe with the 4th of July parade, there's a lot more interest in sponsorship than, say, the holiday event. So maybe the gold level is set slightly higher for the 4th of July if there's too much demand for sponsorship.
Yeah, because there's more
But it's still
exposure,
within
maybe.
that gold range that the board has authorized in the policy.
Yeah, I mean, if there was too much, we wouldn't necessarily deny it, but we would let them know that, hey, mainly because I can't, say we can only have 4 gold sponsors for 4th of July because we only have 4 spaces for banners. I don't know, just hypothetically. But we would let them know that we wouldn't be able to achieve or to give you everything that's outlined here. How about you go to a different event? Like, we'll offer it at a different event.
So the sponsorships are on a first come, first served basis for some levels.
And then who's allowed to sponsor stuff?
So the policy, well, anyone, there is, if you look at page 11 on the template, there is guidelines. So if they, there is 5 criteria that would let us say, reject a sponsorship. That was something by legal.
Which is also required by the Ohio Revised Code.
Correct.
It's like a business or a realtor or somebody like that.
That can, yeah. Yeah, as long as they don't promote or support those 5 things
yeah,
listed.
And, and so nobody can support a levy or a bond issue. What about supports or opposes the nomination? What if somebody, this is a little bit out there, but what if somebody like wanted to, a candidate for public office? So it could be any public official. So if someone was trying to get, and someone, like if it was anti-president, anti-senator, I mean, could you have an anti-political person? I was just thinking outside the box, since it says the recall of a public official. Could you have something where you
I
that
don't
wouldn't be
think
very
we're-
friendly to the community, something like that, where you oppose some issue, like, the proclamation that we read a few months ago, something like that, where you come in and you're opposing a.
Bullet point a little bit more broader, rather than just supporting or opposing a candidate to
An
be
issue,
a-
yeah,
do
an issue, yeah, because you could have someone come in and support, they're free to support or be against any particular issue, but then that kind of is not very community-friendly, it doesn't,
I
something
just
like
think
that.
of like a random potential issue that you might see on the ballot, like a liquor permit approval. Just like, you know, we're opposed to the liquor permit being granted, so they want to, you know, stick it on a swim night banner. I don't know why you would do that, but.
Well, any amount of, you could be advocating for anything, yeah, I mean, think about the list of things you could be for or against and putting it on there, and that
So
would just.
if we just added that last one, support
Well,
or
I don't,
oppose?
let me see if this might be directly from ORC. I'm just gonna,
But I don't think there's anything for,
Public
well,
office or issue.
there could be a potential free speech issue with us
Yeah.
going too far afield, but a ballot issue
Yeah,
probably
that-
falls within the same category as public office candidate.
yeah, I mean, obviously, if something like that came to us, I would definitely run it through legal, because I think that's a bit gray on how to address that.
Is that from Ohio Rice Code?
Yeah, I just looked at it, yeah, so it,
It says directly from it, you know, like you could have,
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt it, but you could have all kinds of anti or pro, with the political atmosphere these days, you could really, for $100, you know. What do you think about making specific prices then? Because I don't know what the incentive, it's a range is 100 to $4.99.
yeah, I'm open to having something flat.
Yeah, I didn't really think about
Yeah,
that.
my
too.
recommendation would be to keep the range in the policy and then just to allow staff discretion to set an actual dollar amount for each event
each
within that range.
So,
What do you mean, like, are you saying, well, then shouldn't we approve it now? Like, the 4th of July parade, the minimum would be $500 or $4.99. But the Founders Festival might be 300, you're saying, but shouldn't we, maybe they should,
I think we would have to come back and adjust it each time if we found that there was more demand or less demand for an event. So I think providing staff that range and then the discretion to set a dollar figure within that range for that event
so they would say,
prevents less tinkering with the policy.
so the Founders Festival, it says 100 to $4.99, but then Michelle could just say, well, it's $300.
Yes, and we would advertise it as a
advertise it that way.
$300 sponsorship for that event. But in the future, if we found out that, you know, there was more demand, maybe we up it to $400 the next year, but it's still within the
I-
range that's been approved by the board.
yeah, and I appreciate the discretion on that. I don't know if we just want to do this. It's so hard to,
Can we just do like halfway between each one?
I just want, because this is so new to us. You
Yeah.
know, we just started getting sponsorships, I think, this year.
So
right?
we've
Or
had
last
one that
year.
was $1,200, but what were some of the other ones that we've had? What are the dollar values?
We did, decorations for the Founders Festival, I think that was listed at 100 or 200.
Okay.
The Fright Fight, those are the easiest ones that we've
That's just in a
had
basket.
sponsor for, is
Yeah.
a $50 value.
So that's kind of like our in-kind donation
Mm-hmm.
in those ones. So that doesn't even apply to this.
Yeah.
So we've
Well,
had
I
$200,
think it
$1 to
does. That was another
$200.
question that I want to come back to.
Okay, and then we've had $1,200
Yeah, I mean,
checks
I
that have
think
been written, I guess.
having that kind of control would be great if we were having a lot of sponsorships, because we would want to make sure we can accommodate all of them. That is not a challenge we have today. I think we could have it if this gets out more, yeah.
I kind of like the idea of experimenting, and then you could set it, but then you pretty much have to set it before the event anyway, so I don't know. I don't know.
That's why I was, a minimum would help if we didn't want necessarily a range, but
So like the community one, the minimum is 100. The silver, the minimum is 500. The
yeah,
gold, the
if we
minimum
wanted
is
to go
1,000.
that route, and then if it was like maybe any dollar amount more than that, I would have the discretion to kind of figure out what more we can offer them.
I just think if I was a business owner looking at this, I would just pick the cheapest one.
100%, yep. I would-
$100.
If I do the 500, if I
Well-
want to get the $500 things, I would do 500. So
It just depends on what you want out of it. Like if you want all sorts of advertising.
Oh, right, but I'm
yeah.
saying, if I want the things that are the 500, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give 500, I'm not gonna give
You're gonna give 100,
999.
you mean?
No,
Yeah.
I said
Oh,
the
sorry.
silver, the
Okay,
in
yeah.
the middle one.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give in that range, I'm gonna give the smallest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the 4th of July parade, yeah, I would do 100. I mean, why would you do $4.99? You're not going to get anything special
Correct, there's
out of it.
nothing else will my money get,
Right,
doesn't get
yeah.
anything else. Yeah.
So do we like the range with the discretion?
I think you just say minimum and then whatever
I
the
say,
lowest one
yeah,
is.
because,
Which
okay,
is the same thing,
Basically.
yes.
because if you did like the community, it's 500, silver is 1,000, gold is 2,500, I don't know, that might be too
I don't
high.
want people to be like, I don't want to give 500,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's so then they don't give us anything. If they'll give us 100,
Yeah, but then, yeah, I mean, we can still take donations for whatever reason and just apply it to whatever. They
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
have
this
to buy a
is-
sponsorship.
Yeah, correct, yeah. This is just a structure that they see what they get out of it.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just think for $100, you can be featured on social media and township website, named in 2 emails, recognition, you get all that for $100. Logo on our race flyers, that's for $100. That just seems like, why would you ever give $4.99? I would think that would be more like $250, like somewhere in the
250.
middle.
you do that for 250.
Yeah, just for example.
So like, should I go in the mid of everything?
Like,
Like
maybe do the middle of everything
mid
and try
250,
it.
silver 750, gold 1,500 or something?
Yeah, and then if you got a lot of complaints, like people are like, oh my gosh, this is from people
Then we'll
who've done
adjust.
this, then you can bring it back to us, but at least have a starting point, so.
And
And
then anything more than that, we can,
Policy would need to be revised.
yeah, I think I need some time on it.
The platinum level for those people.
Well, you said anything over $24.99 would have to come to us anyway, so that still would have to come to us.
But would it be over 1,500 now? What was,
Oh, yeah.
or,
Yeah, she just picked 1,500. We picked 1,500.
yeah, over 1,500 would come to us then, right?
25, well, the resolution reads 2,500. I'd have to change the policy.
Yeah,
There's
just-
some work I would need to
Do
do.
you want to just bring it next time, or are people already sponsoring now?
Oh, no, I mean, we
I think
can,
we're taking care of for Founders Fest. This is all like post Founders Fest,
Oh, is
right?
it?
well, we wanted to start advertising, the Veterans Committee is ready to kind of start
right,
trying to recruit some sponsorships. So reason why I added it today, because we wanted to try to kickstart that. But,
Can you just tweak it today and just make it anything over 1,500 and change the fee range, and then we'd just be done with it?
Well, we could at least approve it and then come back for fine tailoring if we would like, but then that would allow volunteers to start getting
Yeah.
sponsorships at
It
initial
might-
value.
So it'd be 250 and 750 and 1,500? No, it's not 1,500.
That's
Wait.
what we said.
What's halfway in between?
You're right, that's
Seven?
not halfway. But if the
17,
biggest
15.
one we've gotten is 1,200, because that was how much it cost to rent the tent and the tables and chairs, right? That's why it was that dollar. Okay. Sorry.
I would recommend that we also include the fright, fight, and light fight sponsorships in this table as well, if we are anticipating still providing advertising for
Oh, yeah, we
fair
should do
market
that.
value donations.
so.
That might be less, maybe smaller.
Yeah, it's pretty minimal, that's why we didn't add that. We can do it for the signage.
I think personally, and maybe this is just my thinking on this policy, is that if we are providing any advertising to any business, that it needs to be incorporated into this policy, that we
Yeah.
should otherwise assume that if someone gives us something, even if it's
Yeah.
for a particular event, that they should not receive any advertising out of it otherwise.
Oh, correct, and yeah, I would say if we were to approve this as is, the township would just cover, we wouldn't ask, there would be no advertising on those light fight signs.
Like there currently is.
Yeah, that would be changed, yeah.
So we're planning to do away with sponsorship opportunities for those events.
If we were to approve this today, I would have said that, yeah, because we didn't include it in here, but we can.
Personally, I don't know that we want to do that, since we've received, I think, consistent sponsorships for those
Oh,
events.
yeah, we definitely want to do that. Or, I mean, we could always, we have our zoning hearing next week, Wednesday?
Conversation.
Yeah, and you could always if you
I
want.
can make a special meeting.
Yeah, make a special, and we would just, we could just pass it that day, and we could even do it after the zoning hearing or something.
It'd have to be,
like 5:45.
it'd have to be a set time, because I can't.
Oh, yeah, right, but.
Can you do it at like 5:45?
You want me to do a special
Meeting's
meeting
at
on this?
6. So that you can add the light
Yeah.
fight
I mean, if
Right,
it's
right.
important, yeah.
thing to
Do you
it.
want to have it approved by then, like within a week? Because it's 3 weeks we're waiting, right? Till the next meeting?
Yeah.
You want it done next week?
If possible.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you do that? That way I don't want to have to wait 3 weeks and just incorporate all the feedback and put the
And a
Like
minimum, and then have I don't have the discretion language for me. I'll have to work with legal on that. Okay. Well, before we get into the special meeting, is there any other comments on the resolution that I should be aware of? The in-kind language is this, we made a couple changes to the resolution. I called, where is the in-kind? Is that on?
It's above the chart.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Top of page 12.
That was on there before, I titled it in-kind sponsorships, yeah.
and you're going to change that to well, what's the lowest going to be for the gold then? 1,500? Or, no, 2,000 or?
So, I don't know, so according to legal, I can, authorize up to $24.99. The only challenge is if it's less and we get more of those, and I have 3 weeks to wait for a board meeting, and say something happened, we get a sponsorship a week before a meeting, or a week before an event or something, I wouldn't be able to accept it.
But you're saying that she's saying by law, the most you can, that 2,400 is the most, 2,499 is the most you can authorize?
I
Or
don't,
just by this policy?
yeah,
Just by the policy.
yeah, we might be
okay.
able to increase it.
Yes.
I would be hesitant to decrease it, because if we're gonna have large sponsors, I'd like to think they would be somewhat in advance, but if there is a smaller,
So the community would be 500, silver would be 1,000, what would gold be then? 2,000?
No, I think we're just talking about the in-kind donations.
Oh,
not-
yeah, but, sorry, but go
Yeah.
back to, did we settle the other issue?
the minimum, yeah,
Sorry.
did we want what was the minimum for gold?
You had said 1,500. I guess.
I just
don't-
threw it out there.
I know, I don't want to make it too high and people be like, yeah, I can't get that.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm thinking on the lower end of things.
So, lower, what do you mean by that?
Like 1,500?
1,500 is
Okay.
fine. I mean, not
Yeah.
splitting the difference.
Yeah, and then what about then anything over 1,500? We could give her the discretion, and then she would just talk to us on the side and see if we're okay with it. You're allowed to do that. You know, you do that if you're going to close the
Yeah,
office or whatever.
yeah, I would assume it would, I mean,
And that
I
would-
might be able to make it go up to my purchasing powers. I don't know, I'd have to ask.
Or anything over 1,500, oh, wait. But the sponsorship cannot by law exceed 24.99, is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know
It's
that.
just
I'm
the
sorry,
policy,
that's what the
okay.
policy says.
So we could say, when you come back to us, anything over 1,500, we could give her the discretion, and then she would, she'd bounce it off. Just like when she's allowed to close the office or have
Yeah.
people work from home, she usually bounces stuff off us. But you could make that decision, she could make that decision, and,
As to what additional
yeah, if someone did
advertising
come in,
opportunities
yeah,
you'd
if
have.
someone wanted to come in and give 1,600 or whatever, yeah, and then she'd be, like, hey, this person can rent the tent, or we can bring it back to the board.
Let me mess with the language, because I think that we can always adjust the numbers, at the
Okay,
next
I just,
meeting.
sorry, okay, back to the in-kind.
No, it's okay. So am I doing 1,500, 750, and 250? Is that what we said?
Yes, that's what I had heard.
Okay. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, the in-kind, I need to tweak that.
Is it the same?
Personally, I would keep the in-kind the same as a cash contribution.
Okay.
Yeah,
So change that to
definitely.
1,500.
The way I read the language for in-kind sponsorship, it provides for discretion in accepting an in-kind donation, which is a physical good, if it doesn't exceed basically 2,500. So it is a separate category as it's currently listed here in the policy from a cash sponsorship. So I think we want to keep, whether it's a physical good or cash, I think we should treat them the same.
So I can keep,
Yeah, but
oh, yeah, you brought that up too. Yeah, I think we can,
you mean it's just still the same level, like
Yeah.
gold or silver?
Because even if they give me $750 worth of stuff, they're still going to get the same
Yeah, yeah.
benefit as if they gave me a check.
Yeah, and anything over 1,500, then she would be
yeah.
come
Yeah.
back to the board or not come back to the board or have discussion.
Okay, yeah, so I think
That
we'll
makes sense.
modify the in-kind sponsorship to clarify if you do provide goods up to X amount, it would be calculated the same as a cash donation with, I don't know, I'll.
Yeah, I like that. It makes
Yeah.
it simpler too.
Okay.
I mean, it might be something as simple as saying that we can accept in-kind sponsorships and then refer to whether or not they're in-kind or cash, these are the sponsorship levels.
Okay. And, okay.
And then, just one question, like for the Heroes Not Forgotten,
Yeah,
but it says there, should there be an X with the 2 complimentary race entries under gold?
It's at the bottom.
oh, yeah, so I see what you're saying, Lisa. So for gold, you would get 4 entries.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a bonus, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I think I know what to work with for next week. If you guys have any additional feedback, let me know.
Yeah, and then we'll do a special meeting at 4:45.
5:45.
Or 5:45.
Do you want it, is that enough time?
I think it's, if you send it out to us in advance, is there anything else we want her to know? And then if this doesn't work, or you get too many of one or none, then we can always tweak it.
Oh, yeah, I do think, I mean, this is
Somewhere
gonna
to
be
start
a
with.
changing document. We've already
Yeah.
changed it a lot. But, yeah, no, I think this is enough to work on. So if the board is good with that, I would just use the same resolution number and request scheduling a special meeting for, Wednesday, July 23rd.
At 5:45?
Yes.
Agreed to?
Yeah.
Any other discussion at this point? I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-200, scheduling a special meeting for Wednesday, July 23rd at 5:45 PM for the purpose of approving and updating a sponsorship and commercial advertising policy for Orange Township.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Knapp.
Yes?
Trustee Faust.
Yes.
Trustee Ringo.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That is all I have today.
All right. Is there any other?
Oh, I did just think of things. I saw that our fiscal officer was going to be presenting at an election, a panel. Are you presenting?
Did that yesterday.
You already did that. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, oh, yes.
I read that somewhere. Okay, tell us about it.
Yeah, I was included with 4 others. We had a council member / mayor from Powell, Genoa Township trustee, Orange Township fiscal officer, and a school board member from Buckeye Valley. It was interesting.
What was the panel? Was to help people how to
yeah.
run for election, right? And it was,
Yes.
where was it at?
It was held at the Delaware County Township Hall. Did I say that right?
Delaware Township Hall.
Delaware
Delaware
Township Hall,
Delaware.
excuse me, yeah. It was interesting. I felt like I probably should have been in the audience and not on the panel, you know, with the election coming up this November. But no, it was really, it was well-attended, and
Was it?
there was, yeah, there was a lot of good information. So
What group put it on?
it was the Delaware County Republican Party.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I think I read it in the paper, maybe. I can't remember. Maybe yesterday. I thought that was
Oh, my, I might be
interesting.
the only person that reads
That
the
reads the
paper.
paper.
I get
That's
in, I
impressive.
actually get the Delaware Gazette. I'm like one of 100 people in the whole county that actually get it. I never have time to read it, so that was exciting.
Yeah, no, it was exciting. It was.
Looks really good.
Thank you.
And then I did see that I think in the same paper, that our former fiscal officer, Lisa Kraft, was appointed as a
to the library
library
board.
library board, yeah. And that was,
Yeah.
really
She is
interesting.
continuing to serve the community.
Yeah, she
Even in
is.
her new location, really far away.
Yeah, so she's on the board of, yes, on the board of trustees for the Delaware County District Library, I believe, so.
Yep.
All current fiscal officers and former fiscal officers have been busy, so thank you. Thanks, that's all. Thanks.
Thanks.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-201, meeting adjournment.
Second. Roll call, trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust,
Yes?
trustee Ringo.
Yes, meeting adjourned.